I normally don't have a lot of feelings, but I got a lot of it this time. What is up, everyone? It's Stephen, and I just realized it's so weird to do that when your hat is on backwards, but I feel like this makes me look more good looking, so we're gonna stick with the hat backwards. So before this video gets started, I just want to clarify a few things with y'all. One, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button down there to stay tuned for more future videos like this one. And two, if y'all are wondering why I was gone for like a really long time, like I remember the last video I did was the Avengers one, and the one before that was like 5 weeks. Like there was a 5-week gap in the middle, and if you're wondering where I was dying. Figuratively, not literally, although it might as well have been literally because school just gave me requirement after requirement after requirement until I didn't even know I could function anymore. I swear, you know, people say like, you know, women forget the pain of childbirth like after they give birth. That's kind of me with school. Like right now I can't remember what exactly I was going through, but I know it was hell. But as you can tell from the title of this video, we're gonna be comparing the Broadway cast recording of Be More Chill to the old original cast recording of Be More Chill. Can I just say this must be the most extra musical of all time for them to release 2 albums, okay? And they have incredibly big balls considering that this album is completely the same as the last album. Like there's barely any difference or new originality at all, okay? I was honestly shocked that they considered doing them because if you think about it, the only thing that's different is they added a little more instruments, changed a little of the lyrics, added like 3 songs, and changed 1 character. Like I think the actor changed. Like that's it. There's no other major difference other than that. It's not like the Hamilton mixtape where they were like legit differences and stuff or whatever, or it was sung by different artists. No, this one was exactly the same. It's just that it was on Broadway now. You all realize that's a cash grab, right? This is the definition of a cash grab. We are all literally falling to a capitalist scheme and we're all just accepting it. So if you actually think about it, Be More Chill has squipped all of us and we're not doing anything about it, and like we're all okay with it, and TBH, that's fine with me. But I think I am rambling now, so I'm just gonna get right to it. So how this is gonna work is I'm just gonna say my comments on the album as a whole, and then I'm gonna go song by song. Yes, song by song. We're gonna compare all of them because I'm a judgy bitch. Okay, so I only knew that they were gonna come out with an album recently because like people started like commenting on all of my videos. They were like, oh, are you gonna react to the new album? And I'm like, what new album? And then I saw it on Spotify and I thought, what the fuck? Why is there a new album? Did they need a new album? Apparently they did, because you know, if you have the same exact actors that just moved to Broadway, somehow the Broadway changes the old soundtrack for some reason. Anyway, I'm rambling again because I have the inability to shut the fuck up. So I only noticed 3 things about this album, okay? The first one is that the instrumentation as a whole is a lot better. Like it sounds a lot more technological, it sounds a lot more complete, it sounds a lot more rich, it sounds a lot more like, it just sounds a lot more, if you know what I mean. You're trying to get as much tone and music as possible into every single song, which did not work in some songs, which I will explain later, because you know, sometimes if you put a little too much, it doesn't make any sense. If you put frosting on the cake and it's already good, why would you keep putting more frosting? We're all just gonna get diabetes. Second, I noticed that there were a couple of new songs, which on the whole were kind of good, but then there were others that kind of made me go like, you could have cut this and it would have had no effect on the musical at all, but then somehow you added it for some reason that I don't understand, but that's okay. And finally, we have to talk about one thing. I don't know what the public opinion on this is, so I'm going in this completely blind, okay? Remember, this is the opinion of some random guy on the internet that for some reason a lot of people trust. So you gotta take this with the biggest grain of salt as possible. But please don't tell me I'm the only one that does not like the new script. Why does he sound like he's a jazz singer, okay? The first script sounded so like narcissistic and it's like such a know-it-all and was so annoying but also so menacing. This one on the other hand sounds like he's gonna take my order at a fine dining restaurant I can't afford. It really didn't make any sense to me. Why did they have to change him? Did the old actor leave? I am not up to date with news, but still, I didn't get it. It really sounded weird and it really kind of put me out of the whole thing because I was like, why does he sound slightly sexy and a lot less menacing? So those are my main impressions of all 3. As a whole, if I had to pick which one I liked more, I probably couldn't, because there are some aspects of the new album that are really, really good, but there are also some aspects of the old one that I feel like trump the new one. But to see which one I actually do like, we're gonna go song by song on this thing. Take note, when we go song by song on this thing, we're only gonna count the songs that actually are in both of these albums, okay? So Loser Geek or whatever is not gonna be included in this thing. at all, okay? Although, side note, that's the song I said a while ago that kind of felt like if you cut it, it would not change anything. I feel like they already established that Jeremy kind of liked the squip and stuff, and they didn't have to make that song. And I feel like they kind of made that song so I could rival Michael in the bathroom, but then nothing can rival Michael in the bathroom, so it just fell flat on its stupid face. But at this point in the video, I've been talking so long that Michael probably already left the bathroom at the party, so I should get started before all of you start closing your tabs. Okay, we're gonna go through this thing one by one. Up there, you should see scores for both the original Broadway cast recording and the original cast recording, and we're gonna do this right now. Take note, again, this is the opinion of a random guy on the internet that literally does not do any musical theater and who literally only watches musical theater, but then again, I've seen over 50 shows, so I think I know what I'm talking about. Jeremy's theme, I'm gonna have to give that to the Broadway cast recording just because the instrumentation, like I said, is so much better on this new album, I have to say. It feels a lot more technological, it feels a lot more sure of itself. If a Broadway album can feel sure of itself, like it's a person. Yeah. More Than Survive, I'm gonna give it to the Broadway cast album too. Cause one, for some reason, the voices of the actors in this one feel so much more authentic. They feel so much more in line with the emotion that they're trying to give out. That's what I noticed with the first one, is that sometimes the emotions kind of fell flat when compared to this one. This one, you could really hear it, okay? Especially with Jeremy, you could really hear like his voice, like the emotion he was trying to give out and everything. And the new lyrics, I feel like, are a lot better than the old one. I Love Play Rehearsal is also better on the Broadway cast album for the exact same reason. You know, Stephanie, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her last name for fear of like getting it wrong and sounding racist, but she felt a lot more authentic. She felt a lot more in tune with the emotion of Christine in this version rather than the last one. Plus the instrumentation, as I said, is so much better. It's like we actually have a budget now. Okay, so I don't think the More Than Survive reprise is on the second album, so that's not gonna be included, but I do love it so much. Can I just say, all the reprises of More Than Survive, I think there's one more if I'm not mistaken, or it sounds like a reprise of More Than Survive. Like, I really like them. Like, those were like shockingly good to me. The Squib song also was better on the OBC. Although, actually, this was one of those songs where I kind of could not pick between the two because they kind of sounded the same. It was one of the few songs that kind of sounded the same to me. Like, the instrumentation and everything kind of like didn't really change that much. But I will go with the OBC because I think it just had that little extra, for lack of a better word, oomph. Okay, you can quote me on that. Steven said this had more oomph, because it did have more oomph. Two-player game was also a lot better on the I think I literally just gave 5 to the original Broadway cast recording because that's how good the instrumentation was. I swear. That's what brought this thing to a whole nother level, I feel like. And again, like you could hear George Salazar here was a lot better than in the other cast recording. That's just my opinion. Please don't kill me. I don't really know what the public opinion is, but again, this is just my opinion because I kind of like it. However, this is where everything starts to go down for that one. Because for the squip enters, I'm gonna give it wholeheartedly to this one because the squip in this new one, no. Okay, we do not stand. Like, I swear, what were they thinking when they got this new person? Legit, what were they trying to go for? I cannot understand it. Like, you already had such a good squip already, and then you go and replace. Okay, just saying, every song that has the voice of the squip will probably go to this side, okay? Because this side, it's sad. Be More Chill Part 1 goes to this side again because the bad squip is on this side. I just really can't, okay? This new squip must be the YouTube beauty community of Be More Chill because everybody hates it. Do You Want to Ride? I'm gonna give it to the old album because while the instrumentation was a lot bigger here, it's one of those cases where it didn't have to be. Like, I like how this was more stripped down because apparently it's supposed to be like sexy and sultry, if you know. I don't know, what am I doing? Like, what was this action? Yeah, it's supposed to be like sexy and sultry and whatever, and I feel like a stripped down instrumentation, or at least a more stripped down, you know, like instrumentation is better than like that. So, Be More Chill Part 2 again goes here for the same exact reason. I can just keep repeating it until everybody dies because that's gonna be my reason. I swear. Okay, I don't think Sync Up was in the old album, so I'm gonna skip that. A guy that I'd kind of be into. I'm gonna give it to this side because the song is supposed to be sweet and stuff, right? It's not really supposed to be like over the top or anything. And this one, it kind of goes over the top a little bit for me, so that goes over here. Okay, let's go straight to Upgrade. I would give Upgrade, however, to this side, even if it has the squip voice, because, you know, Upgrade is supposed to be this really upbeat song, and this captured that more than this one did. So, you know. Okay, we're gonna skip Loser Geek, whatever, but I already said my feelings about that. Halloween, hands down, goes to this one, okay? Halloween is probably the one song from this album that was a lot better than this one, in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't listened to Halloween on this side for a really long time though, so I can't really super remember. But this one just felt super hyped up and super like energetic and everything that I was like, wow, I want to get up and dance on my bed and jump around until I break my leg. Like, that's amazing. Do You Wanna Hang though? I'll give it to the original cast recording, because like I said a while ago, it's meant to be stripped down and sexy, and this one was just too blah in your face, even if it was kind of stripped down and sexy, but you know what I mean? The instrument, it was still a little too blah. So now we come to the biggie, Michael in the Bathroom. I have a lot of feelings about this song. Okay, first of all, I noticed that this one was a lot slower. I don't know if that was just me, I don't know if anybody else noticed, but this one felt a lot slower. It's like they slowed it down a tiny bit, which I don't get why. I don't know if it added anything, but it slowed down. How George Salazar said the lyrics here, I feel like was more emotive. It captured what Michael was going through a lot better. But the thing was, the slowness of the song, or the new slowness of the song, and like the impact was a lot less, even though he was being more emotional about it. But then the thing is also, I guess, I don't really know what they were going for, but it gave off this new message, I think. This one, on the other hand, it was fast-paced and it got me energetic, but then, you know, listening to the slow version made me realize that maybe it was meant to be slow in a way. So actually, this is gonna be the one song I feel like where I'm not gonna give an opinion. They're tied for me. Like, I would listen to both repeatedly, because they both have like, I feel like they both have different meanings to them. Like this one, because it's more fast paced, it's really like him feeling so many things and like just raging with emotion. This one felt more contemplative, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give it to both of them. Yes. A guy that I kind of be into, Reprise, I think I'll give it to this one, because that one is one of those songs I said I think it's better stripped down a little bit, so, you know, just lowered a little bit. The smartphone, blah, 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 I cannot speak words. The smartphone hour definitely goes to this one. For the same reason as Halloween, it felt more hyped. And like, remember that part where the kids are going like, where they're supposed to sound crazy with like, that's why I love your tragedy or something like that. They felt crazier here than they did here. And that for me, since that's like, for me, that's the big part of this, like the biggest part of the song. That's the most important part. I'm gonna give it to this side. I noticed that they switched the Pants song in Pitiful Children, so I'm just gonna do the Pants song first. That's how it is on the Broadway cast recording. Pants song goes to this one, hands down. Like, for some reason, like, it needed that extra oomph that I was talking about, that this one didn't have, and that extra oomph elevated this to a really high level. And yeah, so that's how I'd give it to them. Okay. Now we're going into one of my favorite songs, okay? I really love The Pitiful Children. It's one of the best evil person songs ever. But the thing is, it's a Squip song, and this Squip completely ruined it for me. Of all the songs that the Squip sang, I feel like he ruined this the most, because I was just like, what the hell? Why? Okay, why? It just made no sense to me. So I'm gonna give it to this one, hands down, because I'm not listening to that, like, ever again. I would literally rather listen to Water Drying, okay, than this song. The play, I would have to give it to this one. And just like for Halloween, it's because I feel like the biggest crux of this whole song is when Christine is saying stuff like, oh, Jeremy, I love you, and then Jeremy says, drink this, remember that? This one did it so well, like how all the music stopped and Jeremy was just like, drink this. That for me was just like, wow. That's when you know, like, Jeremy's character went through this full circle where like he'd rather everything be normal and happy than he be popular or whatever. And like, I love that so much. And this song kind of butchered it. Like if you didn't even listen intently enough, you would miss the part where he says drink this. And that for me is the crux of the whole song. I don't know about all of you, but yeah, so 100% this side. Last but not least, Voices in My Head. I don't know if there were new lyrics to Voices in My Head, but I feel like there were for this one. And honestly, the lyrics, if there were new lyrics to this one, then it made it better. Or if there were no new lyrics, then I just felt like it was more emotive and more like representative of what the characters really felt. And it was more lively. And like, the Squip voice aside, it was really, really good. So for the last song, I'm gonna pick this one. I actually did not take into account which side got more. Like, you guys probably know, and I probably know because I counted them like while editing this video, but I'm gonna assume it was this one. I think I pointed here more, so apparently I love this album more, even if, you know, this album kind of has the best versions of my favorite songs, but then this album is more like cohesively good, I guess. I don't know. So yes, that is my opinion on the Be More Chill Broadway cast album. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below for more content coming your way weekly this time. Yes, InReelLife is back, baby, and we're gonna be back with more pop culture related content, more musical content, Marvel content, Harry Potter, Star Wars, anything under the sun, anything that you guys love. We're gonna be back, and we are still on the road to 100k subscribers, may I remind all of you. So if you know anyone, your cat, your mom, your dog, whatever, who likes, you know, the stuff that we like, click down below. Come on and be part of this Realist family. By the way, Realist is now the official name of everyone who watches this channel, because that's what you guys like voted on, so that's the name. So, and again, thank you guys so much for 30,000 subscribers. I never thought I would hit that goal ever. I was gonna be glad with like 2,000 like 2 years ago, and here we are at 30,000. Like, that to me is just insane. I really can't wait to see where we go from here. Like, we're gonna do really great things, guys. And I'm out of school, I graduated, so you can expect a lot more, I promise you that. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button, the like button down there. My last videos are somewhere here, I think so. And also on the screen should be my social media stuff. And if you want to follow my social media, you know, instead of just looking at that thing, there are links also in the description. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Until next time, guys, see ya!